Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today, I want to present my paper with the title of Financial Literacy Analysis of Financial Literacy Communication Strategies in the Socialization of Islamic Economics. My name is Berliana and my ID is 6. My paper based on the focus of the Financial Service Authority or OJICA in improving financial behavior through educational programs. So this study discussed the importance of financial literacy strategies to achieve goals, improve welfare, and avoid financial crisis, and especially in facing the Asian economic community. And in addition, the Asian Development Bank also contributes to the creation of a climate of financial literacy in the world community. And here is some books for children from OJK, and of course the method and strategy for communicating not the same as adult. Here is full of a picture and the story. And then this is books from OJK for senior high school, and then beside that for a housewife, and of course beside this there is many others book like for the retirement employment. The purpose of this study is to find a comprehensive picture of the practice of financial literacy communication strategy in the socialization of the Islamic economy. Given that it is not easy to undergo this communication strategy, the communication strategy must be selected and adapted to existing conditions. And then the research method used is descriptive method, qualitative approach, and case study design. And the author's data collection techniques use literature study through some literature, interviews, observation, and documentation. Analyze techniques, of course, I use data collection, data reduction, and data display, and conclusion verification. And then this financial literacy communication strategy can be carried out by anyone or any business institution, be it campus, companies, or training institution, or individuals. In this study, the authors took the Islamic campus to know the form of financial literacy communication strategies in the socialization of the Islamic economy. With consideration that the Tasket campus is one of the Islamic campus that has many financial literacy programs, the authors choose it. I choose it as the research subject, and the object research is strategy communication for financial literacy. And then this is the map for 20 countries in 2013 and 2020 for all of the countries in the world, which is spread across, and the financial literacy program in the world for communication literacy of financial. And according to Arifin, so that message can be conveyed effectively, it is necessary to determine the step for a communication strategy as follows. The first, know the audience. The audience recognition can be done by observation, exploration, or research. Knowing the audience should be the first step for the communicator in effective communication efforts. Communicator here is a speaker. This can be done by conducting visits, seminar, or open discussions. Knowing the audience is a very important process because they will receive new ideas. By knowing the audience, it is easier to move on to the next process. And the second composed message. Compiling a message is defined as compiling a material term. The main requirement in influencing the audience from the message, it can arouse the audience attention. And then the third, setting mode. In setting the mode, it can be realized in the form of redundancy and canalizing. Redundancy is a way of influencing audience by repeat message. Canalizing which is speakers try to understand what kind of communication frame of reference and the fields of audience experience. And then the fourth, selection of media usage. As in composing the message of communication to be carried out, we must be selective in the sense of adapting to the circumstance and conditions of the audience. So naturally, in using media, it must be this way. This is because each medium has its own capabilities and weaknesses. And here is my research when I combined with the theory. If associated with the research, then the first I know the audience in this case, the Taskia Institute provide literacy education to students and the public directly. People who take part in this literacy education generally come from people who are familiar with the campus environment, such as the surrounding community, campus extended family, campus Taklim congregation, and people outside the campus environment who have the desire to study financial literacy. And the second, compiling message. In the case, the delivery of material is done through writing or oral. In writing, through textbook, orally at seminars, webinars, and others. In addition to messages that are arranged through regular uh, monthly lectures that discuss important topics and financial issues, as well as other meeting forums. And the message is conveyed in simple language that is easy to understand, but both by the general public and students. The delivery of message is repeated and accompanied by dialogue and question and answer. And then the third, setting the mode. In this study, the arrangement of message both textually and orally is packaged and arranged in a form that has been adjusted to the frame of reference and experience of students and society. In redundancy, the delivery is repeated routinely. By canalizing, the campus delivers to students according to the frame of reference and the fields of students' experience in the fields of financial literacy, and repeated regularly in interactive dialogues, question and answer, either through new topics or old topics. And then fourth, selection of media use, considering that each media has its own advantage and disadvantage. For various activities and information for students, Instagram, Facebook, a website, Twitter, and YouTube, and other social media can be accessed by all students and the public. This includes the delivery of print books, both the message content contains knowledge as well as information and promotion, so that online media is able to reach quite a wide readership. Apart from that, offline media are also used, such as banners, brochures, and others. And then here is the result of the research. The first, the communication strategy was carried out with a special financial literacy book that was easy to understand. Here is some books from Test Institute. This is not only for an adult. This is not for an adult people in financial literacy, but for children too. And then the second, and interactive teaching to students and the community together with language that is easily implemented both offline and online, and with online and offline marketing too. And then the third, there is a group of participating alumni that allows for regular guide interaction, so that an understanding of financial literacy is achieved by adjusting the message to the participant. Number four, by continuing to market literacy activities to the village. And number five, as a Sharia FinTech Studies Center. This is like the information before about collaboration with Financial Technology Study Center, or has collaboration with Financial Studies Center, and this Islamic campus, Taskia, I mean, has a Financial Technology Studies Center to completely for the students about how to run how to run inclusion in financial literacy or literacy. And then finally, in conclusion and suggestion, here I will make it short. In financial literacy, communication strategy are needed to achieve goals. This process is carried out continuously through books and forums. By using online and offline media with initiates tailored to the understanding of participants and interesting. Continuous coaching is needed in communicating financial literacy. The Taskia campus uses initial and advanced material as well as other forums supported by a variety of communication channels, as well as marketing using online and offline media by continuing to market literacy activities to the village. And then the second, education is carried out jointly between student and the community. Even the participants also came from several other countries. Communication strategy is not enough just truth books, of course, not only truth books, but it is necessary together to create a comfortable and continuous learning atmosphere. The use of communication channel is tailored to the needs. Similarly, the message is to achieve the objects of uh, uh, the objectives of financial literacy communication and provide the facilities needed to achieve the strategy. For example, in financial literacy and cooperation or having a Sharia fintech study center. And the last about suggestion, I give suggestion that students need to be emphasized as agents because they have close assistance with the community as well as being the successor of the nation economic generation. So now the role of students are, or the younger generation can be involved as conveying literacy of initiates to further improve effective communication strategies. In this study, students still, I give a point that the students still like their role as agent of change. I think this is my presentation. I hope the question, and I will try to answer the question. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.